Oh.
Oh. Have she always said that? And we've just never caught on?
Never said that. Recording in progress.
Okay. I felt like I was on a James Bond. Okay, all right.
Well, hey, hi, howdy.
Hello.
Recording in progress. Yeah, so hey, it's been a minute since we've been on our channel. It's been a while. Don't remember the last interview we had or when it was. Can't tell you.
No
I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that if you are new to us, welcome. Hello. We're happy to have you. Hola. Welcome to the Passionista Sisterland. You're in for a bumpy ride because it's just crazy. But it's great. It's the best ride you'll ever be on in your life.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, we are the Passionista Sisters. So you can follow us on Instagram, which is Passionista_sisters. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video for more content of more interviews with actors, authors, musicians, who else that we decide to get in contact with.
Directors,
anybody else, and all the things. But I am Haley.
And I'm Brittany.
So there is all of that. With introductions aside, today is our special day that we are interviewing the dangerously handsome and very sweet Tyler Johnson. He is Passionflix actor, part of the heartthrob of all the actors. He had played Jax Rutledge in Afterburn Aftershock. Super just nice role.
Yeah.
He had. And then forgive me, but I don't remember the character's name, but he was the main character's friend in Matchmaker's Playbook with Nick Bateman. I don't remember his character's name.
I want to say it was Lux.
I feel like that's correct.
My memory is about the size of a pea, so
same.
I'm thinking.
So don't quote us on that. But if you're in for like a little streamy romance, then go watch Afterburn Aftershock. If you're more into like the comedic rom-com kind of thing, then Matchmaker's Playbook.
Yeah. If you want to laugh your butt off, definitely watch Matchmaker's Playbook.
Tyler and Nick are just two peas in a pod in that. I just love Tyler's character. He's very nerdy, geeky, but to the point. Like he's just like, he cracks us up. But
that was our first movie we watched together.
Oh yeah, that was. But we are hoping to see him in other Passionflix projects. So we're hoping. I don't know what character in the future that he could potentially play, but Brittany and I are advocates of reusing Passionflix actors for more than one film.
There's actually people that want him to play Jesse if he could pull off an English accent.
You know,
and I'm not mad about it.
You know, I could see that, you know, as a potential. I could see that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with it.
No, I wouldn't disagree with it either.
So,
but speak of the devil, you know, someone's in the waiting room.
Well, then, without further ado,
Lauren, I'm going to pull Lauren. Someone's in the waiting room. I love Lauren. Lauren, if you're watching this, I love you.
Lauren, we love you. We do this every episode. Every time. We say, pull Lauren and let them in.
I'm going to. Okay.
So deep breaths, Brittany. You have to breathe.
Everything's fine.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I like your blue wall. It's very just bright.
You know what's funny about this blue wall is that I learned very recently on Premiere Pro that blue can work just like a green screen. So I'm doing like fun little YouTube videos just for fun for me. And I just had one where I was analyzing the body language of Aaron Carter during an interview. And so I had him pop up right here.
That's awesome. Didn't know you could do that. So green screen and a blue wall can work simultaneously. I like that.
Evidently, as long as it's homogeneous enough of a color, then it'll work, and it's bright enough. So.
Well, there you go. Well, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Haley.
Hi, Haley.
I'm Brittany.
I know you, Brittany. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You should know how much everything you do means to me. Truly.
I'm glad to do it.
I'm happy to receive it. It really means the world to me.
I told Brittany, I was like, watch, he's going to say his grace and thanks to you because of all the things that you do.
100%. I mean, somehow you have a knack for knowing when I'm at a low point. And so, and you'll post a story and then I just go.
That's so good. Well, I'm glad that she can bring you joy. So yay.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
That is what we're here for, is to make joy, but also to bring fandom to not only Passionflix, but to other actors who, you know, most people probably don't know about because everyone knows of the Gabriel's Inferno series, but I'm like, wait, there's some other people that you don't know about that you need to learn about.
Not just Gabriel's Inferno.
I'm glad it did so well, though.
Yeah. No, it's been great, but we also want to expose other people too, because you guys have done really well and everything. So it's been exposing the fandom to other movies too.
Sure.
So I think that's helping you out too.
Yeah. It's like Gabriel's Inferno is great, but have you seen Afterburn Aftershock?
Oh, I appreciate you saying that. And then there's always there's working with Nick Bateman, which was so much fun.
Yes, we were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Your character just cracked me up. I just loved it. It was just so great. I was like, Tyler's the best. I was just like, this is great.
It was funny because, you know, Tosca, or in the words of Nick Bateman's in the Toronto accent, Tosca. You say.
I love that.
Yeah, it was cute. It was cute. And yeah, Tosca wasn't sure if I could pull it off or not after Jack. She wanted to see it in action. So we did a little rehearsal, a little audition, and she said, "Okay, you are that weird guy." It turns out Jax is further from you than Lex.
Yes, that's funny. I love that. We were hoping too that, so there's a fellow Passionee, so you probably saw it. It was months ago, but she had done, she's really good at just like putting two pictures together that you wouldn't think that they would go together.
Sure.
But she photoshopped Bernie with you on the bench. And I was like, that's the perfect picture.
And honestly, my mood that day on that thing, because Tosca's like, listen, you really don't like mornings. You really don't. And so we just like kept pushing it. She said, we're gonna shoot, and they shot it from like 100 yards away. And so we would just keep landing on that spot. And then she finally came over and she said, think about this. You just had the wildest night of your life, and now it's morning. Now
it's morning.
Now it's morning.
I love that because when we were watching it, I was like, why is Tyler me in this moment? Like every morning, like, oh, just like, no.
I love that scene. It was either that scene or where Tosca queued up Afterburn Aftershock for us all to watch on the couch. I think it's not much.
I love that. I was like, wait, hold on.
I'm like,
trying
that would have been so awkward.
You know?
I know. I was like, wait, Tyler's watching himself as another character.
And you know what? It was fun too, because Nick's sitting there like ribbing me under, you know, from the side, like, look at you, man.
You're like, I know, I was there.
Like, I did that part, but his whole thing was, why did they have to show the chocolate scene?
Why not?
That's what I say. But for him, it was different.
The best reaction.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what we all had because we didn't know it was coming.
It was great because I was shocked. I was like, wait, it's like an alternate reality. They're like watching themselves, and it's like this weird thing.
What I think would be really fun, I think Tosca even joked about it at the time, was just the idea that in the future, if they all existed in some weird amalgamation of worlds,
yes,
right?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm sure someone's probably written some sort of like fan fiction or something where they make it like an alternate reality or something. Because that'd be really cool.
The fan fiction world is crazy, so I don't doubt it.
You know, I heard about fan fiction. I heard this while I was on Young the Restless. Well, I guess I'm still on Young the Restless, but while I was still under contract on Young the Restless, I was told if you have spent any amount of time on television, there will be a fan fiction fantasy written about your characters in inappropriate situations.
Have you read any of them about your character?
I haven't, not yet. No, but I applaud the creativity.
It's out there. Trust me, it's out there. Don't ask me how I know. I just know that it's out there.
I want to check it out.
I didn't write it. I didn't write it, but I just know it's out there.
It's in the world, so don't know how I got there, but.
Do you have comedic timing, Brittany? Did you do comedic training?
Nope, this just me.
Well, bless you then, because your timing's impeccable.
I'm telling you, she's so witty. I told her that when I first met her. I was like, you're just on it, and she just does it.
Sure. Yeah.
Xanax helps, I'm telling you.
Right?
Xanax is the best.
California, you know? A lot of anxieties out here, right?
Yes. All the things. Awesome. But yeah, we're just thank you so much for taking your time out of your day and your schedule to just meet with us. A lot of people were super stoked when we got the full confirmation that you were going to chat with us. And there's so many people that were just blowing up our DMs. We're just like, oh my gosh, it's Tyler. And we're like, we know.
That's really sweet. For me in particular, because I played a villain for so long in The Restless. So it's like, it's such a different feeling. Like everyone's like, they have a trouble differentiating between the characters. I don't know if you see it on my Instagram page. Yes. People will say like, Theo, why don't you blah, blah? I'm like, my name's Tyler.
You're like, my name's Tyler, dude. Like,
and I would never say some of the things that I've said on The Young and the Restless in person.
Yeah.
I mean, like one of the things in particular that came down was, one of the characters is a member of the LGBT community, and we couldn't believe when we were working on the scene that the line came down where Theo says, you know that I'm gay, right? And I was like looking at the script at the time, and I'm like, and I don't believe in labels.
Just like, just deadpan, just like.
I'm like looking around the EPs and the writers, and I'm going like, you're gonna have me put this on network television.
You're like, this? You want this?
You want this? This is as good as you can come up with. Okay, all right.
You're like, okay.
I guess we'll do it then. I mean, he could have said I'm open-minded. He could have said, or I don't know, anything other than I don't believe in what you just told me.
Just blasphemy. I don't believe in it.
But hopefully that one's off the record.
You're forgiven. It's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Josh wouldn't like that.
No, it'll be okay. It's fine.
It stays here in the trust circle.
Yeah, we're in the inner circle, and it's.
I've learned editing. I can cut that out.
No, appreciate it.
Cut it out. It'll be good.
Or you could keep it in for all the tea.
All the tea, yes.
Everybody likes tea.
Fill it all out.
We all love tea. I know. Brittany and I had to deal with a lot of that when we first started. Or actually, no, it was like a little bit after we started. There was a lot of people that just disagreed with us and everything. And we were like, okay, that's your opinion. So bye.
I'm like, that TikTok doesn't make sense. Okay.
Right?
Your point.
I admire your resiliency, because for me, I have to take a lot of deep breaths when it comes to the critics.
Yeah. That's why
as you've been able to show, though, you can turn critics into fans, which is beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we haven't gotten a lot of hate in a while, so lately we've been like, you have turned.
That's right. Okay. Finally, my plans are coming to fruition.
I know.
But at the same time, you're just like, what can I do to change that?
Yeah, sure. How can we generate controversy? Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, and we're like, it's been a little slow and passionate, Celine. How can we stir things up?
That's right. Well, I'd say talking to me was definitely one way to start. just because of my history with the company.
Yeah, no, but you have a lot of supporters. It's all good things from what we've seen. So it's all good. And obviously, like, we love you and all that you do. So it's nothing but love around here.
I appreciate it. It's just so fun to like think that like I was there on the ground floor for the starting of Passionflix and
yeah.
I mean, it's something I'll always hold right here, and it's gonna be really cool to look at, say, 5 years down the road, 5 more years down the road, 15 years down the road, that sort of thing. So
yeah. It's cool that you were able to at least be around when it kind of first started. So now you can be like, oh, the memories like when it first started.
All Alone in the Moonlight. My mom took me to see Cats 3 times when I was a kid.
Hey, it's a classic. It's a classic.
It is.
I had it on VHS, and I probably burned it out because I watched it a lot as a kid also. So
yeah, that Memories Moonlight song, that tears for my mom every time.
It's great. But without further ado, though, we'll kind of get started into our interrogation, if you will, of you.
Let's do it. All right. I like it. Let me get my interrogation seat. The polygraph is strapped up. There we go. Okay.
We just need the lamp on your face.
We're going to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
We just need the lamp on your face and be like, where are you hiding them? Just where are they at? But there was so most of them are fan questions, and then they're like a mixture of fans, but then also questions that Brittany and I had collaborated on as well. So you won't know which is which. So there's that mystery of that. But some of our fans just wanted to know, like, how did you get involved with acting? Is it something that you've always done for a long time, or was it just something that was a hobby at first and then you transitioned into it, or how did that road start for you?
So I was a child actor. I was a young man actor, and I was just a wee lad, as it were, and like not 7 to 11. I say 9 was really where I was hitting my young stride.
You're a young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
I was doing a 5-day a week show of Sister Mary Nacius Explains It All for You, which was it's just a classic theater production, and I was doing I Love Virginia commercials and those sorts of things. And then I was also putting on plays in my house, in my basement with my brother. The problem was my casting pool was very limited. Actually, it was down to 1. So when it came to putting on, like, say, Stone Soup, well, the ingenue who in this case happens to be a woman who lives alone, went to my brother. So then I adorned him in the wig and the costume and
yes.
And then for me, for high school was really about studies. I really love academia. I really love reading, which is why I love this is why I love the adaptations so much. And so that was really my focus. As soon as I got out of high school, I went to Penn State, and I was at Penn State for half a year before Abercrombie and Fitch reached out to me, and they said they wanted me to shoot bags in their walls. Yeah, so I did. What? Yeah, this is, I mean, not to date myself, but to totally date myself. This was 2005 to 2007, those campaigns. And so
the year I graduated high school.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, it was a blast. And then I did so I did Italian Vogue, I did V-Man, I did a number of things with Bruce Weber. But I told the agency that assigned me at the time, Click, I said, listen, I'm here for the summer. Academia is my focus.
Yeah.
The only way that I will stay past August and miss the beginning of my 3rd semester in college is if you get me an acting audition. And they said, right? And I actually booked my first acting audition, which is And not only did I book my first acting audition, it was an experience that has never been replicated, both in scale and in just the performative element to it, which was, here I was auditioning for a film that was produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. So I'm already going, okay, this is incredible. And I'm playing this character who is, well, as we know from Psycho Stripper and some of the other things, I can say this here, Passionflix, a nymphomaniac high schooler. And so they had me improving in the room of these different scenarios with these different girls and what it would look like to play a nymphomaniac high schooler, which, by the way, at the time, although I knew what the word meant, I had no idea what the concept was going to be. Like, what did it even look like? Like
I don't know what that is, really.
Awkward.
Exactly, but I knew that this character's name was Chuck, and then his nickname rhymed with Chuck, and yeah, so I did this audition, and I felt more embarrassed than I ever had in my entire life. I mean, I probably looked beet red across my face.
Like,
right? I'm like, I don't know, I did what I did, and
it's all fake.
Casting, right? Exactly. And then casting comes. I also have to say with the villain roles, I'm like, listen. At the end, I'm like, I had to tell Hilary Duff that. I said, listen, I mean you no harm.
I mean you no harm.
I know I just spent the last 2 weeks pretending I meant you harm, but I don't.
But I don't.
I don't really.
But no. So this casting director walked out of the room, and when she returned with Leonardo DiCaprio himself. And he said, congratulations, and shook my hand. And that was that. And I've never been able to replicate that experience since then. I mean, how could you? And he was on set, and by the way, I have nothing but good things to say about Leonardo DiCaprio. He was amazing.
You can't top Leo. He's just... No.
And that was my first job. So I just thought, should I just retire now?
I'm done.
I've peaked. I'm good.
That's it, right? You know what I'm saying? So that was a trip. So once I got that gave me the confidence boost to keep moving. And even though that film, which was called The Gardener of Eden, did well at Cannes and Tribeca and those, it actually never got distribution, which just goes to show that you can have Leonardo DiCaprio producing your movie, everybody from Entourage in your movie, and it doesn't mean that your movie is going to see the light of day.
Wow.
Which is a good lesson, I think, for all actors, because you can't get discouraged in this business. If you're prone to discouragement, do something else.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. They always say if you can't handle disappointment, don't be an actor and don't be a writer.
The two things I love the most.
Yeah.
So
like, rejection too. Right.
Like, that's my life. So
like, I write, so I guess I'm glad I'm not acting.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I want to read some of your writing. I would love to.
She has 3 books out. She just came out with one last week.
I just saw that. Can I get it?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm ordering it. There it is, right
Wait,
there.
get a signed copy from her.
Well, I know I like the post. I know that, so I need to get the book.
Well, my last book was actually one of the characters was inspired by you, so I'm just saying, putting that out there.
Are you appealing to my narcissism? Because I was told that most actors have narcissistic tendencies, so I'm really excited about this second book.
I'm really excited about this.
It's the character. His name is Zane, so I was like, he's very, yeah.
All right, I'm taking it.
I did, and I hate to tell you, I wasn't a fan of Zane.
No. Oh boy! Oh, I'm just getting I'm getting flashbacks to daytime right now.
I was like, listen, I like him better as Lux and Jax, but not Zane.
I appreciate that. I still want to read it though. I want to read Zane.
Yeah, they're both really, really good. She's been doing really well with that. So
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yay, Brittany.
Yeah. It's in Allie's hands and Lauren's hands.
Oh, there you go. Good hands to be in.
Yes. So we've been putting it out in the universe of like you, David, and all the other Passionflix actors that have been around. We've been trying to put it in the universe of like, okay, can we reuse them?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Hallmark thing where we reuse.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it would be great.
Let's just make this Hallmark and just
reuse.
It's funny you say that because there's something very similar happening on my end around that as well. Well, it's just.
Are you going to be in another Hallmark movie? So
we've done some pretty good Lifetime movies, you know. And
I know I've seen one.
I know I've seen one.
We've done a couple, and I love working with them. And Hallmark, they're very similar. So if you're listening,
Lifetime lets you take off clothing. That's the only difference.
I would appreciate that because I do work out for that reason.
I feel like I work out for a reason.
No, I mean if I wasn't an actor, I probably would be eating Takis right now while talking to you.
Dude, Takis are the bomb. Okay.
They really are.
They're too spicy for me. I'm so.
You're such a wimp. I took her because I'm sure y'all have Mexican food in California. I'm sure y'all have that. But here in Texas, we have like Tex-Mex and everything. But I took her to a popular Tex-Mex restaurant. Has really good margaritas and really good chips and salsa and stuff. And then she had the salsa and she was like, it's too hot for me. And I was like, oh.
It's like, it's mild. And I'm like, that's not mild. What they do? Put jalapenos in it? Good Lord.
Brittany, I love you, but I imagine the sheriff probably escorted you right over the state border at that point. And not into New Mexico either.
No. It's like, I was like, it's hot. I need milk. She's like, oh, shush, stop.
They're like, do you see where the sun rises? You're going to want to head that direction.
You're going to follow the sun that way.
I'm an Oregonian. We don't take spice well.
Hey, listen,
or heat.
Completely okay.
Or heat.
I'll be honest with you. Southern California and I don't vibe for that same reason. We right now are in the heat wave that will last until January.
You know, for real, that's a thing. It lasts that long.
Yeah, and I have this adorable little husky that I'm staring at right now, and
he's so precious.
Well, thank you.
Love all of the videos. I'm just like, I want one, but I live in the heat of Texas, so it won't survive.
Yeah. So the only option for me is I get up at 5:30 and take her for a walk during this time, because once it hits 75, you know, that's that exceeds husky Malamute temperature.
Yeah.
Can't do it. And I do get sad when I'm driving around and I see huskies out in the middle of the day. It's 90 degrees. Like, you don't belong here.
Yeah. I have a black lab, and so people will like walk in like 80-degree heat on the concrete, and I'm like, I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah. Put your hand down on that and feel it. It burns. People don't think though. It's okay.
It's not quite like Texas though. We'll get about 105, but it gets like, I leave for work at 7 a.m. and it's already 80 degrees. And I'm just like,
we had a good old Texas boy. Both on the soap and related to Passion Flicks. Donnie Boaz. Remember him? Do you remember him? He was in, I believe he was in Afterbird Aftershock with me. What? I gotta see who we played.
What character?
I'd have to put a name to it, like
a face.
Yeah. He was in Afterbird Aftershock, I believe. Let's look. I don't want to click off of here. I can pull him up real quick. I'll tell you real quick.
Like who? If I have a face, then.
Do you know who he is? Let's see. I'll pull him up.
Now we're all.
Oh, freaking iPhone! Knock it off.
Let's see. Here we are.
We're having a Googling moment, guys. This is great.
We are.
Yeah, look at this. We're all using our webs like we're not having the best moment since quarantine, which is being able to talk to people.
I know.
And here we are scrolling down someone else's IMDb page. I don't know.
I know who he is.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks very familiar, but I can't remember what his character name is for the life.
Okay, good. All love to him. But yes, it's just funny to see that crossover, because he walked on set and he said, "Hey, Afterbird Aftershock." I said, "What are you doing here?"
You're like, huh? Yes.
Oh, geez.
Right.
Oh, geez. What do you want?
Okay.
So that's how by the way, I approach all new actors that come to me, all new male actors that come to me. I go, "What do you want?"
I really hope, please, this is a side question, but like, we really hope that you're able to go to PassionCon, and please do that to just every person, just like
every single person, just be like, "What do you want?"
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going. You know what? I went because I went with Rachel Van Dyken to a conference, which was insane in all the good ways, but also in all of the other ways that insanity means.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, we had a blast. I mean, they love her. She's amazing. I mean, I love her, but I didn't realize that how much they loved her. And when we got in that hotel, in that conference center, woo! So, PassionCon, I just wrote down. When is PassionCon, by the way?
It got moved around a lot because of COVID, but currently the date is, I don't know the dates, but it's in May of 2022. I think it's like the first weekend.
I think it's the 16th to the 18th.
Oh, is it?
What it is. I think.
Well, I'll keep checking in, but I want to make sure we plug the 16th to the 18th because I want to make sure I'm there.
Mark your calendar, sir, because we've been trying to get a lot of actors on board. We're like, don't mark any jobs or anything on this weekend because
wouldn't it be fun to bring back all the different alumni? Because I think we have so much to share. Because by the way, I see a lot of these cats. I say cats because I'm from the jazz era, I see all these cats out here, and we chat, and we always chat about our PassionFlix experience.
Yeah. I just checked on the Instagram for PassionCon. It's May 6th through the 8th.
6th and 8th. Fantastic.
It was just one off.
You were just delete the ones, just mark up the ones.
It's down, and if it changes, I will keep checking so I can be abreast of it.
There you go.
People are just like, Tyler needs to go just to purely watch me faint. Like that's just purely what they just, Tyler can show up just so you faint.
And you know what I'll do? I will run behind them and perform the trust fall, and then they can fall into my arms.
Just like
that you can still believe in humanity.
You can just believe.
Like you just want me to fall on my face. That's nice.
No, I want the trust fall. Brittany, you go first. You're gonna trust fall.
Brittany goes first. You go first. Okay. She has to do it off stage. Like just go on stage.
Like, that takes real.
Just have an army of people.
I don't know what this means exactly, but it takes a real.
Takes a lot of effort to do it. Oh man.
Oh God. Okay, let's see. Can you tell us about the next project that you're working on? I know you said Young and the Restless, but
if you can,
anything else?
You can give spoilers. Only if you have permission.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you two things, which are three things. One's funny. The first one, the funny thing is, I got all excited about booking this new biker gig that I just did. And then it turns out that the delivery date isn't until October. And so I was told very politely to stop talking. Which is a problem when you already tweeted about it.
When you want to promote it and to share it, but then they're like, no.
Yeah, so they're like, no. You're gonna wait until we tell you you can promote it. But I can say this: I ride a motorcycle. I'm a bad guy again. Sorry, I don't.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, the nice thing was about this one is that I haven't been on a motorcycle since On the Horizon, and I love riding motorcycles. So, that's it the whole way. But I can tell you what the next project is because I have the book right behind me. And because I'm very excited about this. You've probably seen some of these things. I'm always shouting them out. But this is also one of my heroes. His name is Chase Hughes. And this is an adaptation of Phrase 7. And the main character's name is Pierce Reston.
I like that name, Pierce.
Reston, and
name.
He's in Belgrade. He's an American expat who's actually a CIA spook, and it's a fantastic book, and it's going to be a fantastic either movie or series. That's where it's going. Which is exciting.
Well, answer.
Nice. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, guys.
Well, it's exciting, and I just what I also love about adaptations is just the ability to when we read, I feel like we all compose or we create a composition of the characters in our head. And so for me, that poses a particular challenge when doing an adaptation for a book, because that composition is so deeply personal to all of us. I know it is for me. You know, like if you try to take, you know, my version of, say, one of Kurt Vonnegut's characters, and you tried to show me a depiction of them, you know, it might completely contrast with the way that I see him. Or let's take a book from high school, like Holden Caulfield. Like I see him speaking a certain way. If I saw an actor portraying him, it's a difficult thing, because I've heard him speak by reading Catcher in the Rye, you know, and so I like to think that that literary adaptations pose a particular challenge to the actor. In order to, you have to make strong choices so that you can deliver a performance that is meaningful to you, which makes it meaningful to others. But by the same token, you have to take into account, who is this character for other people? Right.
Yeah, that's what we've discovered a lot with the transition of actors of the Driven series, because the main character, Colton, I forgot the actor's last name, but his first name was Casey. He no longer wanted to continue with the project. So therefore that left Passionflix in a little bit of a pickle of trying to find somebody else who wanted to do it.
I heard about this.
Yeah, and then when they got
where's the tea? Where's my tea? Hold on, there's my tea.
I know, here's the tea. It's not a cup, but you know, what's the motion? But the new actor, Michael, he's so great. He's awesome. But then you have hardcore Casey fans.
Sure.
Like, he's not it, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, be thankful that this person is really excited about the role, did research on it, and is trying their best, like you just said, like creating a performance that you envision as the reader in your head based on what you've seen. And so I'm like, and to this new guy, I have to say my cap's off to him, because you know I stepped into say my character in daytime after a lot of people don't know this, but one of the characters from Nashville, I believe his last name is Lucan. Nick, his first name is Nick, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But he was from a show called Nashville, and he portrayed Theo Vanderway for 2 episodes. And the idea of coming into a character that was so easily recast, and I know that in the case of Passionflix, it wasn't so easily recast, because nothing I know that Tusk or Passionflix does is flippant, and I've always appreciated that. But there's a particular kind of imposter syndrome, I guess you would call it. Yeah. That you get when you both as an actor, but also when you're an actor stepping into a role that someone else previously inhabited. Yeah, it's tough shoes to fill, but my cap's off to this gentleman. What is his name? I want to make it as a quaint one thing. Michael Rourke.
Michael Rourke. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well,
he's they just released the full trailer this past week, and it releases July 22nd on Passionflix's Driven season 2. But
I'm a member.
Yeah, he's gonna do great. He's gonna do great. So
well, I can't wait to see his performance, and I can't wait to congratulate him in person.
Yeah. Just give him all the love, because
he gets it, and he deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next question we have is I know because you're playing 2 different characters in the movies of Matchmaker's Playbook and Afterburn Aftershock. Mm-hmm. Was the environment of the 2 characters and like the way the movies were filmed, were they different because of the way the stories were, or were they kind of similar?
They were different because the story was, because we were working with this comedy, and Tosca had told me her idea with the sound effects, which, by the way, it's not bad at all. But going from 1 on the call sheet to 4, it messes with your head.
No, it just does something to the mind.
Just does.
Well, all of a sudden, your room's a little bit smaller.
You're like, hold on.
All of a sudden, you're not called to crafty first. You know?
How rude.
How rude. The audacity.
You know what saved it, though? Of the audacity was the bromance between Nick Bateman and I.
I love y'all's bromance. It's the best.
I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again, because I want this to enter the canon that is Nick Bateman. That I had who's been with me through all this time, way since then. She was coming to visit, and I had just asked my landlord to redo the lining of the bathtub and the shower because I felt like it was looking a little, whatever. And that was, of course, they were late on doing it, and my girlfriend at the time was coming in, and the following day, but it had to dry overnight, and I didn't know what to do. So I said, and literally Nick asked me, and Tosca asked me, well, what are you gonna do? I said, well, I can't believe I'm gonna say this out loud, but I said, I'll just go outside and I will wash off with a hose.
Hey, we've all done it.
And I don't think anybody would complain about it.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Well, I think that
part, I would like to see that outside of my front door.
I just thought this was the practical thing. And Nick said, no, sir. You were going to come and you were going to use my shower. And I thought, there are very few people in Los Angeles, and I don't mean to neg as the pickup artist like this. Los Angeles, but there are not many people in this town that will offer, myself included, who will offer you their shower first day.
Right. Yeah.
That's I'll tell you what, Nick, good on you. I'll never forget that.
Like the greatest moment ever. Thanks, dude.
I mean, it really was like in terms of like kinship between what were essentially strangers. I'm like, wow. And for a moment there, I had this thing like, are Canadians really just this nice? But then I thought, no, Nick Bateman's really just this nice.
No, it's just Nick.
As I say, I know a couple Canadians. That's not
right.
Really.
Right. And you just don't want to stereotype in general or generalize ever. So it's like, so there you go. It's Nick Bateman.
Yeah. It's just Nick. It's just Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'll say that for Texas. There's a lot of people that are nice.
Sure.
But there's just a lot that just no. And so just
right. I mean, the whole thing is every generalization breaks down at the level of the individual, and that's something I've kept with me my entire life, and I feel like it's definitely helpful nowadays. So
I ain't touching Oregonians. I ain't going there.
Me either. To the latter part. I'm just kidding. Oh no, I love Oregon. Sometimes.
I don't know why. It's okay. That's why I'm moving. It's okay.
Brittany's moving. She's moving out.
Have you seen all the California license plates in Texas yet?
Yes. And I said,
see them over here.
No. I said, no. There's no room for you.
Everybody I know that was from Texas has gone back to Texas. And I've even met some folks that weren't from Texas who decided now Texas is their home state. And it appears to me that the state of Texas and the population of Texas isn't quite in agreement with them. So.
No. And I said, no. There isn't room. I said, scoot, because the highways are already like
exactly.
It's crazy. It's like I live in Central Oregon, and there's a place called Bend. Sure. And there's so many Californians, they call it Bendifornia.
Bendifornia. I'm coming up. I'm coming on up.
Instead of the California song, it's Bendifornia.
Full of dispensaries and traffic. Full of dispensaries and traffic, and that's it.
That's it.
We're talking about moving to Colorado because one thing I will say, and this is off topic a little bit, but with COVID and the way the business has changed with COVID, one thing that I found, hence this miraculously blue screen. By the way, this blue screen, like I told you initially, I have turned into, and I'm going to continue to have fun with this. I've turned this into like Drake's Mansion's living room. Let me put my finger where you can see it. So like, it'll look like, I'll be like, hi, I'm doing an audition from the middle of my room. Hi.
What? Be like, hey MTV, welcome to my crib.
Correct, 100%. I had my dog, I was just having fun. I had my dog, quote, walking in like the 2016 Victoria's Secret fashion show because I like did the blue screen and shot her like walking in front.
I love that.
That's the Bailey, you need to get one. You can put Julio behind you.
I could. to make it seem like we're together, and then Brittany will get one and put you, Tyler, right there.
Behind me.
I'm telling you, no, look, I mean, in the future, the way that I see this technology going, because I'm learning it, is that the next time we do this, like let's say, like maybe right before PassionCon or something, that we could just we could have Passion Flicks, like
well, and it will be like we're at the office.
DVD titles, you know what I'm saying? Like DVD covers all covering this. I just have to figure out how to do it exactly.
Well, you let us know when you figure it out, and we'll plan it all out. And it'll be the best.
Wouldn't it be cool? Because I'd be like, here's Driven. I mean, or here's Driven. Wow, it is hard to be a weatherman, isn't it? Like,
well, because they like look at a prompter in front of them, but they're like pointing this way.
Well, that's how I feel right now, because I feel like my hand's always in frame when I'm, but it's not. So I would be like, there's a low pressure system.
Low pressure.
Oh no, it goes that way. Oh wait.
My luck, I'd be like, and look, and there's. Well, those are abs. Okay. That's more abs. Oh,
hold on, one second. I'll be back.
Abs everywhere.
Oh my gosh. I know, we need it. So Brittany, you and I need a blue wall to invest in.
I gotta get you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call my mom after this, and I'm gonna get her to get one of those bags, because one of those bags was just my abs. And I know you probably don't want my abs, or not what you were referring to, but just because you said just abs,
no, she was referring to you,
because it was so funny to be like reduced down. It was so funny to be reduced down to abs, because yes, in the stores, I was on the walls and stuff, but in the bag, and they were like, "Listen, Tyler," corporate told me, they came to me, like, "Listen, Tyler, you made the bag, all right?" Because they always tell you if you went national or not, like, you made the bag, and you're like,
made it the bag.
Yeah, I made the bag. All right, sweet.
The bag.
Yeah, it's gonna be here in a week. Great. Okay, cool. I'll be back in a week. I'm gonna come check in on it. So then I pull out the bag, and I'm like, "Where's my face?"
You're like, "That's not me."
This could be anybody. You're like, no, it's you. See
how the definition is.
That's your V. That's your V.
And you're like,
maybe.
Maybe.
If it looks like a xylophone, it's Tyler's abs.
It's Tyler's.
Thank you.
She made that joke a long time ago. On a live, and there were some people that were cracking up laughing. They were like, "Oh my god!"
No, but it is funny, because it's like, you realize when in this business, and I know like guys like Casey and Nick totally relate to this, which is like, and it's a lame statement to make, but it's true, which is like working out becomes part of your job at some level. Now, it shouldn't be your life, because you are an artist at the end of the day,
right?
In working in a visual medium, which is what I always try, and this is how I intellectualize it for myself, so I don't feel like a that kind of guy. I don't know what kind of guy I'm trying to be. That kind of guy, So I tell myself that because
Please tell me that when you go to the gym, you make that face.
The whole time. And I say, "What are you doing here?"
That's the best. I'm crying. That's the best thing ever. Please do that.
But yeah, I try to tell myself it's a visual medium, so it's just part of the job. It's not vanity. That's what I at least tell myself.
Yeah.
Don't take it from me.
Don't quote me on that.
Don't quote me on that.
No, don't take it from me. Like, no, it's all vanity.
No, it's all vanity, Tyler. You're wrong. It's all.
Wait, we can see that you've been looking at your face the whole time. If you don't notice that in Zooms, and when people aren't looking at you the whole time, you can catch them looking at themselves. They'll be like,
they're like,
"Okay, the light's on me." Okay.
There it is.
But like, okay.
Let me get, and they're like, "Let me get my Rembrandt lighting just right." Oh, Tosca taught me about Rembrandt lighting. Actually, Tosca and her DP taught me about Rembrandt lighting, which was wonderful. And now I insist upon it when I can, which is not very often, but when I can, insist.
When you can.
Yes.
I'm like, you shoot this, and then Tosca taught me about the one triangle that goes over this eye, So basically, it's like half your face is in. It's almost like I kind of get it right now. It's like half your face is lit and half your face is in shadow, but you keep that one eye.
Huh. I guess it's different from photography because like when I take pictures for like my blogs or whatever that I do, like I was always told to like kind of look. Okay, sorry, my boyfriend's like, I take the pictures for you.
I take the pictures myself.
Like I take them.
You're not the photographer.
But I was always told to like look towards the light, but also not to like do direct light.